Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Put in a Geek, and we are live, and we are not Memrex, and that's looking good, and that's looking good. We're going to start in under about 4 minutes, 4:28. I'm going to go upstairs and grab a water. I'll be right back. All right, here we are. You're here. I'm here. We're both here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. We're under 2 minutes, and we're gonna start this. Oh, I didn't do it that way. Yeah. Forget about it. Forget about it. Why do I have two of them? I've got two of them. That's what I want. All right. We're going to go live on AMS. So we're going on AMS right now. So if you want to say hi, say hi. I'll say hello. 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 Unmute and say hi. Boom, just like that. Boom, just like that. Boom, shakalaka laka. Boom, shakalaka laka. Boom, shakalaka laka. Boom, just like that. There we go. Just like that. And what? Dach. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Hello. Where are we at? We're at 54 seconds. And enjoying life. Maybe I will move that over there, so I can see what's going on at least. I know that I can go from here to here to here to here to back. There we go. And all right, so we got some picks. We got some stuff. What we're going to talk about is stuff for the summer. You know, summer's happening next week. Not this week. This week we fill our pools. At least that's what they do in the Midwest. Pool filling week. And then next week we get ready for the holiday, the beginning holidays. So let's go ahead and say hi and unmute. And then we're going to get started right now. So let's bring this out. And what's up, my geeks? Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, Think Magazine, Put in a Geek, and you got me. And here we are. You're here. I'm here. We're all here. And I'm just going to do this really quick to get that into closer to here. And if this is the first time that you're joining me, thank you very much for joining me. I am a geek. I review a lot of products. I do a lot of unboxings and everything like that. So if you want to follow the channel, the follow button is somewhere down there. Somewhere down there is a follow button. And then you can press that follow button and then you're following me. You will follow me. And what happens when you follow me? Well, you get to my page and my page, what? Let's do that. There we go. And let's see, that's the public view. That's where we need to go. It's been a while since I've done this. Anyway, if you go over here, amazon.com/shop/Geekazine. I don't know if I've got that on there. No, I don't have that on there. Amazon.com/shop/Geekazine is where you can go. We'll just put that up for a second. There we go. And bring that back down. That's where you go. Everything for the we're talking about. I just reviewed the GAN charger from Cooktech, and we're doing some reviews with the Ingenious Cloud, which is really cool. Being able to work on your network. The May the 4th deals are still happening, so you can just check that out. And this is where you would go. And of course, if you go over to the live stream, see where it says live streams, that's where we are right now. And you'll see me live, and over here's the chat, so you can go ahead and say hi right there. So that's over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine if you want to check that all out. All right, let's get into we're going to start with the deals because there's lightning deals are happening now and they are here and then they'll be gone. So very important to get those lightning deals right now. We're going to start with this one right here. It's the Purple Leaf 9-foot by 11.5-foot patio outdoor umbrella. It's got the base, it's got the umbrella, it's got the stand, and it's great for, maybe that wasn't the first item. We'll have to track back for a second. Anyway, so it is on lightning deal right now, I believe, still. So you can get that with the base with the 360-degree rotation. Perfect for your backyard if you have a picnic table sitting out there, if you've got a hot tub sitting out there. That's the one thing about this is notice how the stem is on the side. So it goes up and over. So if you do have a hot tub, you can bring that from the side into there and cover the hot tub. Of course, cover the picnic table, cover whatever you're covering. You can take it outdoors. You could possibly take it to the beach. It's going to be a little bit heavy if you do, but it's very possible if you do that. So anyway, that is over at that link right there. We've got links on there. And like I said, if you go over to live, you can get that. It's 0% claimed right now. So you can add that to your cart. It's 20% off the deal of the Purple Leaf 9 by 11.5 patio umbrella. Next deal coming up is this Cargo Packs rooftop cargo carrier bag. It's at 34% off right now. You can get a 15 cubic feet. You can get expandable from 15 to 19, 19 cubic feet, and 23 cubic feet. And that's this right here. We're going to go over here, boom, like that. And then we're going to switch over here. So basically what this does is you put this on top of your car and then you strap it down. Now, if you don't have a roof rack on there, then you have to figure out ways to really strap it down. But it's very possible. In fact, they give you a lot of options to do that. Sometimes, but be aware that this is meant for vehicles that, will be able to support this. So check out the size of your vehicle. If you've got a smaller vehicle, you might only be able to use the 19-foot one. And of course, if you've got a bigger vehicle, you might be able to use a bigger one. And then a cool thing about the roof packs is you can then turn them around and basically use them in the garage, in the basement. When you're not traveling with it, you can use it for storage for other things. You can also put it on campers. If you've got one of those little pop-up campers, we used to do this all the time with bags. We would strap it down and then go camping, and then take it off the roof of the camper, and one off the roof of the truck as well, and be able. Of course, back in those days, it wasn't this type of material. It was really heavy stuff, but really cool. Heavy duty tie down straps come with it. It does fit with cars that don't have rooftops, so very important there if you're looking for that. And that is over, and I'm going to close that out. That is over at the link down below in here. And of course, if you're over on some of the other channels that we're streaming from, like YouTube, I do have links down in the description for all these products right here, I believe. There. So, but anyway, like I said 19, I meant 15 to 19 to 23 to 28 cubic feet. So 4 different versions. All you basically have to do if you want to change the version is go down here, and you're given all these different options. This expandable from 15 to 19 looks pretty nice. But yeah, if you said, oh, we'll do 23 cubic feet, you just click on there. Poof, there it is. This is not in the Lightning deal, although it is 9% off right here. What is on Lightning deal right now is the 15-foot cubic foot at 34% right there. So just so you know on that, but if you wanted to get the bigger one, you have the opportunity to. All right, let's head back over here. And if you're going to be doing any type of outdoor activity, maybe you have a pool and you want to do movies by the poolside, or you want to do movies in the driveway, or you want to do movies in the backyard, or you want to go to a friend's house and do movies there, that's fine. That's where this guy comes in. This is the outdoor projector screen. It is 88% claimed. It is 45% off right now. And basically what this is a projector screen. You could put it up in your house. You could put it up outside. When you put it up in an area where it's the least amount of wind that happens. If you have an option, like for instance, if you're next to a tree, put it up next to the tree. That way, if the wind blows, the tree's helping keep it up. You'll have to be able to tie it down, and it's very important because you never know when a gust of wind comes through. But then you get a projector projected up on the screen, maybe a movie, maybe you're gaming, maybe anything like that. You'll be able to project it on there. 120-inch side. You can do full HD movies, but you could definitely do a 4K movie if it's all about the projector, not as much about the screen. 16.9 screen ratio, and you can, it does say up to 4K. So this is from STWUI, 120-inch portable screen. So it all folds up into that little bag, which is perfect because then, during the winter, you can store it down in the basement, in the garage, or whatever, or put it up in the garage and watch movies in the garage. That's very possible. If you have a big enough garage, you can do that. That's not an issue right there. So that is, once again, that is 45% off, and it is 91% claims. So you might want to get in on that deal right now, right here. We got Digi Fiddler saying, "Hey Jeffrey, hey Digi Fiddler. Digi Fiddler, how you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Feel free to throw some love into the little hearts right there, like that. You'll see some hearts coming up on the side. I appreciate that very much. And let me know what you're looking for, Digi Fiddler. It's hard to say Digi Fiddler. Let me know what you're looking for, Digi Fiddler, and I will try and get that up on here. Let's move on to the next product. These are all on Lightning deal right now, so if you get them now, you'll be able to start the summer off right. Now, I do have to say, hey, we do have to have something for getting the lawn ready and getting your car cleaned and getting your boat clean, get even the garage floor. I will do this. I will take out the sprayer and I will spray down the garage and clean that out. I might bring out my carpets and I'll clean, give them a clean off and let them sit in the sun for a good 48 hours so they can dry out. We've got the metal garden hose right here, 27% off and 20% claimed. Right now it is, and this is a pretty cool deal because it's not only the garden hose, but it's also the sprayer that you get. It's a no kink garden hose. And if you've ever had kinks in your garden hose, you know that can be a pain. So it's lightweight, flexible, and it's stainless steel, and it's got 10 functional nozzles to it. So you'll be able to hook it up into your spigot, bring it out to if you've got your plants going, you're doing your gardening, you're doing watering your lawn, you're cleaning your car, cleaning the sides of the house. What else could you do? You could do a whole bunch of stuff. And the 10 different nozzles, it's basically one sprayer, but it has 10 different nozzles to it. That includes just basic sprays, more dedicated sprays if you got to get some gunk off the side of whatever. You have vertical spray. You have what's called a sucker spray, which actually sprays at an angle. So if you don't want to dip it down, you just want to go straight up, it'll go down for you, which is interesting. And then of course it does have a lock on that sprayer for so you don't have to hold it down the whole time, so you can just move it around as you go. Non-slip rubber handle in there and everything like that. So that's the garden hose. It's 50 feet worth of garden hose. So that stretches out to a good deal of your backyard, your front yard, or whatever. And if not, you get a second one and you just put them together and you keep going. But they do have the 50-foot. I'll show you right here. Once again, they do have two different options. They have a 50-foot version. They have a 100-foot version. 50-foot version is on deal at 27%, but the 100-foot version, 15% off. Oh, it's also on Lightning deal. Well, there you go. 13% unclaimed on that. So if you need 100 feet, there you go. If you need 50 foot, just click it over there. There you go from there. So anyway, that is the garden hose from Caboose, and it's on Lightning deal right now. Right now. What else is on Lightning deal? All right, let's go. Oh, hey, I was thinking about this. Granted, I moved this last year, so I don't really have as much of a yard anymore. But it'd be really nice to actually put some panels, some fencing around a certain area, and that's where this comes in. This is 16% off. It is it's 1% claimed right now, and what it is 10 panels of fencing that is no dig fencing. So basically what you do is you just apply a little bit of pressure, pushes down into the ground, and you're able to have some sort of barrier fence. Now you can put it around your yard. If you've got like a very small perimeter yard, you can put it around there. So you could if you've got a dog or something like that, then they know where the edges are. If you're in an area where houses are pretty close, you can put that down to kind of separate your yard from somebody else's yard. So different things can stay in your yard and stuff can stay in their yard. So basically that's it. It is an outdoor garden fence. It's 32 inches in height, so that's about 3 feet, less than 3 feet. About 4 inches shy of 3 feet. So you'll be able to hang on it. And I've had friends like this get this type of fencing before, and then they can put their lights around the yard so they can have a nice bright area. So that's a possibility right there. Lots of different things. And the best part is you could always pull this up and then rearrange it if you need to. If you've got a dog, you want to keep them in that area and you know that they're not going to jump that fence, then you can put it down like that. You can even take it, you could take it with you and then put it up in an area, like let's say you're going to a friend's house or a park or something like that, and you could put this down, you could like a pet park, and then you could put your pet into the cage. If they're not friendly with other pets, then you could put it into the cage, and then the other pets can kind of walk around it and see what's going on. And then, of course, you're monitoring the whole thing just in case dogs get into dog barking fights and all that other stuff. But you get the idea, is you can actually put your pet in an enclosed place. We used to do family get-togethers, and we go to one of the family members' houses. And so if you're bringing your dog with you, you can actually create a perimeter fence so that dog can sit there. Because if it's an unknown area, then they could easily run away. And you don't want that to happen. So easy to bring up, so it's easy to use and get out of there when you need to. You get 10. It's a 10-pack, and that's why it's $101. But it's 16% off right now for the 10-pack. And of course, they have different options. You can go from 4 panels all the way up to 15 panels, and a lot more. So once again, you can choose the little selections from there. Next up, I think that's it for all the lightning deals. Yes, that is it for all the lightning deals. Before we get started on the 8 summer things, and we're going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing this a little bit for the next few weeks to see if we've got some deals that we can weed out so you guys have something to take a look at. So feel free to ask questions over in the chat over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine and over at the live area. And you'll be able to connect up. Definitely get yourself some hearts and everything like that, so you can be a part of the whole thing. And chat, say hi, just like DigiFiddler did. DigiFiddler. That's an awesome name. So, anyway, but if you do want to, I forgot to put on the shirt. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Don't mind me. Wardrobe change. There we go. I'm back. I'm front. On both sides too. All right. So this is the Geekazine logo shirt. We've got several different t-shirts that you can find. If you go over to amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, you'll see the merch area. You'll be able to get one of the many shirts. I'll leave those aside. But we're highlighting this one right now, which is basically the Geekazine logo shirt. On the back is the bigger version of the logo. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is a great way to support the channel. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And of course, the other one I have is Born to Geek Out, which is another favorite one of mine. That all of them are favorites. But anyway, if you want to support the channel and have some cool merch as well, you can go over there and check that out. $18.99 for this shirt and $14.99 for the Born to Geek Out shirt. Multiple sizes as well. And I believe we have men's versions and women's versions, depending on which shirt you get. All right, let's move into the 8 items that you should have for this summer. Things that are going to be very, 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 very useful to you. And we're going to start with this one right here. And I use this all the time. This is the Tozo true open ear headphones. And what's really cool about them is they have a different design to them. A lot of these earbud things, they easily fall out of my ear. It doesn't matter what kind I have. If I get the hooks over the ears, they're nice, but then my glasses get in the way. If you get the ones with the hooks inside that hook in your ear, you got to find the right rubber insert to get it so it will stay. They're nice, but once again, they fall out of the ear. Also, I want something that doesn't go totally into the ear. When I go out running or walking, I need to hear the surrounding area, so I know that if a car is coming, I can avoid it or anything like that. So I want that open sound when I'm out jogging or walking. You know, hear the birds, hear what's going on around me. So that's where this comes in, which is really cool. So what this is an open ear ring situation. The headphone. So you pull it out and it's going to probably beeping saying that it's ready to connect up to whatever. And then you basically put it in your ear. And I think I have this preset. Oops, wrong one. Let's go up here. Let's do that. And there's my head, kind of. Now, we take this earring, and it looks like an earring. You put it in like this. And of course, depending on how your lobe is, you can kind of slide it down a little bit. And what happens is it's now ready. You pair it up with your phone, and it's now ready to listen to. And you can put in one, you can put in both. And what's really cool about this is if I'm on, let's say I'm on a conference call, a meeting or something like that. I can have another set of headphones on, listening to the conference, and I can have this set on, listening to whatever. If I need a phone, if a phone call is coming in or something like that, and then I have it in this ear while the meeting's happening in this ear. I can hook this up to a couple different devices. So, excuse me, it's easy to do, and I'm able to do it. And then, of course, when it's all done, all I have to do is put it back into the case. And on the side of the case, it's going to tell me, hey, I got 62%. We got 62. Bring it back over here. There we go. Let's do that again. Take it out, put it back in. There we go. And it's telling me that I have 62% on the case. On the right side, it's a full charge. On the left side, it's a full charge. So this will not charge wirelessly, but there is a USB-C in the back that you can charge this with. And of course, you can plug it into any type of charger and get that up to 100%. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. Plug that in. We're going to talk about the charger in a minute here. So now it's charging up as we're going. So let's put this over here. Get that out of the way. That is the Tozo. It's $59.99. Or I'm sorry, $29.98 right now. Actually, it is in Lightning Deal. How cool is that? Finding that something I'm talking about anyways on Lightning Deal. This is on Lightning Deal, 50% off right now, $29.98. So you can get that perfect second set of headphones. They're not great for a plane, but they're great for going out and listening to music and taking phone calls and still hearing the birds chirp and the sounds of summer happen. Simple as that. It's one of my favorite sets of headphones when I go running, indoor or outdoor, because they're so small. And like I said, they clip on, and I run and they don't fall out. The only time they fell out was I put my hoodie on because it was kind of windy, and it just kind of knocked the left one out, and then I just had to grab it and pull it back in. But any headphone will do that. So, all right, it's going to get warm. It's going to get warm. So we're going to need some fans. And what's cool about these fans is that these fans will allow me to have a breeze anywhere because they have a battery in them. This first one's from Wiskin. This is 9% off right now at $29.99. And you can apply a coupon if you want to from Wiskin store. And basically, it's battery operated. It's got different speeds. It's got 115-degree tilt on it. So let's switch over here. So you can see it's tilting up and down and all around. We've got the power button and the speed button. So if we turn it on, it's basically saying that it's 100% charged right now. But it's at set level 1. There it is, level 1 right there. I think you can see that. And if we hit the up button, we go to 20%, 40, 60, 80, 100%. And this is all battery operated. So I play a lot of music. So what I did was I took this with me and put it right next to my drum set, and then turned it on while I was playing, and it gave me a nice cool breeze as we go. So you could actually, if you're sleeping, and let's say you got the air conditioner on, you do have a fan on in the room. It's usually off in the corner, and you want something a little bit closer, a little bit breezing right into your face, then something like this is perfect for that because it allows you to do that. It allows you to get that breeze in and get very comfortable on there. So this is 9% off at $29.99. It does, like I said, different speeds, and it's perfect for traveling or anything like that. You can definitely put it into a bag if you want to, or you just put it into your vehicle and have it at the ready. And perfect thing is if we start getting into times where things are, it's getting, how do I put it? The emergency situations. Let's say the power goes out for an hour. Your air conditioner goes off and you're kind of hot. A fan like this, if you have it fully charged, it's gonna keep you cool as it can for a good couple hours. So the power can get back on, and then you can resume things. Plus, it's all USB-C. So you can plug it into a battery charger. I highly recommend getting some battery chargers out there because some of them really, I'll show you a couple of them as we go. And they have some good power storage to them, so you could run them for a few hours if you're in an emergency situation. So that's what I like about these fans. We're going to talk about two different fans today, and this is one of them. 9% off right now over at the Wiskin. Of course, the link down below, and the link down below in the description over on YouTube as well. All right, let's move on from here. This one, I want to mention that a lot of this stuff I did get from the manufacturers to do reviews on, and I did do a review on that. And we're not really reviewing it right now, but these are items that I really liked, and I think that you'll really like and take a good look at them. So if you go over to their pages on Amazon, you might see my video. I highly encourage you to look at them. But they're not sponsoring any of it. We're not being sponsored by anybody for today's or future episodes right there. So let's go ahead. I'll move this out of the way. Let's go to the next thing right here. And that is this guy. I love this guy. And the design is the one reason why I really love it. And this is the Astro AI cordless tire inflator air compressor. Now, I bought this with my own money because I wanted a cordless. I have air compressor in my car, but it was one of those that you had to string to the cigarette lighter and inflate, and then you have to sit there and hold it and then watch it go, and it makes a loud noise and everything like that. And I wanted something that had a battery to it, so I could run around and hit each of the tires and not have to worry about that small cord. So that's where this comes in. But it does have one's a battery. That's this one. And one is actually, take it out of the Velcro, is actually one of those cigarette lighter cords or emergency car lighter, whatever you want to call, car plug or whatever you want to call it. This will plug into the car from there. So then it also comes with the plug, but this is the item right here. And what happens is it's a little bit loud. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to turn it on so you can hear it, so you know what you're dealing with. So here it is right here. I'm going to go like this. It's loud. We'll leave it like that. But on the back here, let's see if I can put this right here. There we go. On the back here is a little LCD. What's cool about this is I can put this on my tire. I say my tire is 35 pounds of pressure. And then I hit this button, and it will fill it until it gets to 35. Once it gets to 35, it stops. So I'm not bent over on the tire. I can plug this onto the tire and stay pretty vertical holding this thing if I want to, or I can set it on the ground if I want to. And it allows me to inflate it, and then once it hits that 35 PSI, it stops. And that's what's really cool about this. Now, it's really interesting because my wife has a car with tire sensors on, and they're always at 33. And when we were using the tire inflator in her car, which had the old dial thing, I would inflate them, and what I would think was 33. And when I got in the car and they finally registered, they would say, okay, they're at 33. But then the next day, another tire would be low. And then another tire would be low. And it was just like, this is crazy. So when I got this, I inflated, I set this to 30, I think it was 33 PSI, which is what her tires were saying. And oh yeah, there is a flashlight. I don't know if you're seeing that on the bottom there. But anyway, I'll unplug that so that doesn't get in the way. But anyway, we inflated her tires to 33, and then they stayed at 33. Got no more warnings off of them. And we'll get a warning once it gets cold again or really hot. As tires go through hot and cold, they will start to lose air. And then, of course, we'll get the, hey, your tires are underinflated. And then I'll reinflate it with this to the precise number. And that's what I liked about this was that when I finally used this to inflate her tires, that was last year around October. Since then, we have not gotten anything from we have not gotten anything from having to inflate the tires anymore. Sorry about that. Should have probably turned on my do not disturb on the phone. But like I said, nice little case. You can put it in there. I've got it in there. Not as great, but if you do it right, it will zip up. I think it'll zip up this way too. So you can put that in the back of the car. The only thing you have to worry about is charging up the battery every now and then, keeping the battery in a nice non-sun beating area of the car, and you're good to go. You're good to go. So, all right, let's move on from there. Once again, that is $65.99. It's perfect for when you're on travel and all of a sudden you've got a low tire or you got a flat coming. Want to get one of those flat, the fix a flat type stuff. You pour that in, you reinflate it, and you get your car to a shop so they can look at the tire and fix it better. So, but anyway, this is a great way for you to keep your tires inflated. And it's just amazing. Like I said, the fact that it's like a drill. I can be standing there and pumping the tire with it. I don't have to bend down or anything like that. It's really nice. And it's also got inserts for bike tires, for beach balls, basketballs, things like that. So you can inflate whatever you need to. You set the PSI, so you just start to inflate it, and then when it's done, it turns itself off. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. So let's move on from here. We're going to talk about this guy right here. And this is what I plugged the Tozo into. Let's move it over so you can see it. This is the Anchor. There we go. 250 watt GAN charger, prime USB charger. And I think I got it in shot right here. There it is right there. This is now right now charging this battery. And remember my Tozo, this is charging it right now. It's at 79%. So it's got a nice display on the Anchor here, the GAN charger, that's telling me that there's 13.7 watts coming from this one, 1.5 watts coming from this one, and 4 watts coming from my Fire tablet, which is sitting on the floor there. It has 4 USB-C plugs and 2 USB-A plugs. It's got this dial right here that you can push in to get all your settings, but it also can connect up to your wireless, your Wi-Fi system, and then through an app, you can then say, hey, I want to give this priority over this. Or let's say you just went on a big trip and you're charging a whole bunch of stuff. It's smart enough to know to stop charging when it's 100%. But let's say you just want to turn it off. You can use the app to turn it off. You can use the app to prioritize which device needs to get charged to 100%. This will charge up to many different devices. This will allow you to plug in your laptop and use it like that. 250 watts. So with 6 plugs, it just has to equal 250 watts. So if you had 2 MacBook Airs, that's not even going to start to phase the Anchor. And in fact, when we first did the review on this, I hooked up 4 different laptops to this box, and it just kept them all charged. So, and in fact, last Saturday, I charged a lot of batteries with this. So in emergency mode, if you've got these smaller batteries, they're perfect for charging with the Anchor USB-C. And get them going. We've got short cables on there. You can get short, long cables, and they'll charge. Of course, each cable might work a little bit different on charging. See what they're rated for on charging. But it does come with, you can get a 240 watt charge cable if you want to charge up big things. Higher end batteries or laptops that need 96 watts or better that can be charged via USB-C. So you got different options there. So once again, Keep forgetting the hits. There we go. That's the Anker Prime charger. 169.99, but well worth it because you can definitely charge up stuff. They have different versions of this charger, and we'll go over here. I think you can see it if we go down here. No, they don't have the options here, but if you go over to the Anker store, you can see some of the other chargers, from wall chargers to bigger chargers. There's the one right there, but they have wall versions that might work a little bit better. These are all part of the Anker Prime, so we'll go over to Anker Prime area, and these are all Anker Prime chargers. Higher end chargers, lower end chargers as well. This is a docking station for 14 ports. We got the charger. We got a smaller bank charger that's 9,600 milliamps. So I believe this is a power bank. Yeah, this is a power bank. So you can charge it up, and then you can take it with you if you need to. Prime charging station right there for plug charging and for USB charging as well. So you have different options there. That's the cable. You see the 240 watt fast cable right there that you can get. So all of those you can find over at the Anker's page. So just basically go to the link over on Amazon, and then you'll find that thing that says go to the Anker store, and you're there, and you can browse through the different chargers that you have. All right, let's move on to the next item right here. Actually, that's this item right here. Friends over at ELO, we reviewed this at the beginning of the year. This is the ELO Vagabond. It is a joystick for your mobile device. And the cool thing about this is it's USB-C, so you can use your iPhone, you can use your Android. But I plugged this in. Let's get this out of the way so you can see. There we go. Get that out of the way. So this will allow me to play games, and I can use the ELO Vagabond software. Get this. The Unleashed software, and I was on beta, and I guess that expired. But anyway, the whole point is you get in there, and then that will show you. I probably have it on that phone. That'll show you all the games that you can play, and you can basically, it's just an interface. You'll say, hey, I want to play this game. It'll download it on the phone, and then you can use the joystick to connect up from there. This phone has a case on it right now. Notice that I could actually use it with the case on there. And that's what's really cool about this. So whether I'm, we're out vacationing at the park or whatever, and I just need some downtime with a game or two, I can take this with me and bring it in. And of course, you can get a case for this. You can get a lot of different accessories for this. But then you can have the game, because I hate gaming on my phone if I don't have a physical joystick, because my fingers start to slide off the virtual joysticks. I hate it when that happens. So anyway, that is the ELO Vagabond mobile gaming controller for the iPhone 15, the iPhone 16. And of course, it does work on some Android devices as well. So you can do PS Remote Play, you can do Xbox Remote Play, and everything like that. All right, let's move on from there. Another thing that you want for your summer needs, I did... When I was at CES, I learned about Lightly and this system right here. And this is a really cool system. And we're getting the cart in for review, but I wanted to show you this because this is going to be perfect for your Memorial Day, for your whatever. You got to haul kids around. You got to haul equipment around, going to the beach, going camping, whatever. This cart is going to be a godsend because it is a foldable electric wagon. You plug in a couple batteries, and then you have the ability to have it roll with you. Still have to hold on to the handle, but at least if there's a hill, you've got this thing that's helping it up the hill. And these are the batteries. And actually, this battery was sitting on the Anker charger. I think we're at 100% now. So this is the battery that you get with this charger, and you can plug in USB-C, plug in USB-A. This is actually more universal than just that wagon. So it's got these two little pins right here, That's where it plugs into multiple devices. So things from power tools to little coolers and everything like that. You just slide this in. It keeps it charged and cool, and then go from there. We turn it on. We've got 4 lights. That means that this thing is charged to 100% and ready to go. So, and this is 20,000 milliamps, 4 amps. So I've used this for a lot of different things. It's crazy what you can do with this battery right here. So, and it's small, so I can put it in my bag and not have to worry about anything. So from Lightly, and of course you get a couple of those, and then that wagon is just, you'll be able to move stuff around. And then of course, if the batteries do die, you can still pull the wagon in and out of situations. The wheels lock. The wheels are big enough so you can get them across terrain. That's a plus. And then it folds into something that you could put into the car. So lots of great things. This is a great item. We're getting in the shop very soon to take a look at and do a full review on. So this is from Lightly, and Lightly does a lot more than just the cart. If we go over to the Lightly store, for example, we'll take a look at this, and we'll see. Not only that, you see the portable power station. That's the only things that they have here on Amazon, I believe. But you can get, let's see, we go further in. You've got batteries for your power tools. They at CES they came out with a new lawnmower that was pretty compact. That's all electric, leaf blowers, everything like that. And you can get that over at Lightly. But what we're talking about is the cart right now. And you can see that down on the link below. Or you can see that if you're on YouTube, I put all those links below as well. You can check that out. All right, let's move on from here. Got a couple more things to show and get out of the way. And I forgot to set this up. So let's see. How do I do this? Let me do this really quick and go move, bring this over. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat below. Let's go over. Where are you? I don't think I have that set up. Let's just bring it in here. There we go. Here we are. Yeah, I just need a minute to realign it. There we go. Ha! I think I did that wrong. Zoom out. Let's see what we can see. There we go. I might have to move this back. Hold on a second. Put it on like that. Does that work? Oh, that's not going to work. I'll just have to lift it as I go. Anyway, let's move on from here. So the next thing we're going to talk about is, let's do the tower fan first. So I was telling you that there's going to be I was talking about another fan. I'll put a light onto it. There we go, like that. So let's go over here. Got a couple things here. There's the other fan. And I'm going to lighten that up. It's going to take a second. There we are. That'll be better. So this is very cool fan. Once again, it is a battery operated fan. Let's bring up the brightness a little bit so you can see this better. There we go. And zoom in a little bit. There we go. So this is similar to the other fan. It's battery operated, and it allows you to set it anywhere and get a breeze. Now this one has a vent system inside there, so you can lift it up and move the wind around, left, right, up, down, whatever. It's got multiple speed settings on the top, and a lot more. This is from a company called Conbola. And it's 51% off right now, $29.99. It's got 3 speeds, it's got a timer, it's got a night light on it, and a lot more. In fact, I did the review. Let's do this and bring this full screen. And no, I wanted that. There we go. So let's bring it over here. So yeah, I did a full unboxing review, which you can see over on Amazon. There's the fan right there, and had the base, it had the speeds, I showed you that, and then of course there's a light on there. So there, the green dots or lines actually tell you how much battery is in the in this fan. And then of course buttons are easy. We've got USB-C power on the bottom, and you can plug it in. And one thing that I was impressed on is if you're a PS5 gamer, something like this looks like your PS5, and so you can kind of match it with your gaming system, and that's what I really like about it. So anyway, that's the Conbola bedroom fan. It could be for your bedroom. I could have it sitting right here when it gets really hot to kind of keep me as cool as possible, and go from there. And of course you can get that too. Links are down below. Speaking of anything, let's see if anybody said hi. Hey Jason, how's it going? All right. So all right, let's continue on from there. We did that. Let's move on to, here we go. Last thing we're going to talk about today is you want a refrigerator. Everybody wants a refrigerator, but you might want a refrigerator that allows you to, where is it? That allows you to keep things cool. Simple as that. And that's where BougeRV comes in. I first reviewed their first refrigerator. That's this one right here, a couple years ago, and I've been using it for those days that we go for a big run and we get a lot of frozen foods. We end up stocking some of them in these refrigerators because they're 12 volts. And they can sit down in the garage, in the basement, or whatever, and keep things cold. You can put all your drinks in there. You can put your sodas in there, your 20-ounce bottles, your 2 liters, or whatever. You can set it to a setting, put it in the garage. So when it's time to get a soda, it's not in the refrigerator, it's in the garage. Garage is warm, but this stays cold. It's got 2 zones to it, so you can have a colder area and a warmer area. So if you've got ice cream, going on a picnic or anything like that, you can definitely get that, so it will it won't melt. The ice cream won't melt, and that sucks when it melts for some people. Some people like when it's melted. I don't know, but anyway, it's down here. Let me grab it. Hold on a second. You'll see it right here. Boom, there it is right there. And of course, as you can see, you have the top. It does have the battery option to it. The battery is separate from there in some cases, so you'll want to get yourself the battery. The BougeRV, this is $289.99 for the refrigerator, but the 220 watt battery option is $199.99, and once again, that's 220 watts. Once that's up to 100% full charge, you'll be able to run almost anything with it, which is really cool. And then upstairs, I actually have this set outside, getting sun, charging another one of the batteries. Let's turn off this light so you don't lose that charge. And that is the BougeRV Arch 2000, which is basically a solar panel that you can plug into the battery to charge the battery. So, and the cool thing about this, I better move that out of the way. The cool thing about this is that you can affix it to the roof of a vehicle. You can affix it to the side of a camper. It does have it comes with a double sticky side type thing where you can actually affix it there. I still tie it down so it doesn't blow away when you're traveling, or don't don't drive with it on or anything like that. But anyway, it does have Allen plug system, or I'm sorry, Anderson plug system to it, that you can then get an adapter to get the can that you can plug into the battery to charge the battery. So the battery can charge during the day. You can have another battery in the refrigerator, keeping everything cool, and then switch it out. And then the refrigerator comes with a plug that you can plug into the wall, or a plug that you can plug into this BougeRV battery and keep things charged up. And that's what's really cool. And these solar panels don't have to go on vehicles. If you've got a home and you got a good side where it gets enough sun, you could run and charge up your batteries from there. I used to do that all the time at the old place, where I'd have the solar panels just sitting out there charging all of my portable batteries. So if there was an emergency, I'd be completely ready for that emergency. And the best part is if you're in a continued emergency, usually once, let's say, the storm passes and you're still out of power, you can take these solar panels and set them outside, plug them into the batteries, let them charge the batteries, and then bring the batteries back in. So that will keep whatever refrigerator or whatever nice and charged up, so your food stays cold or your fans stay on or whatever. And the batteries will allow you to charge up phones and iPads and other tablets and other devices that are USB chargeable. So anyway, that is the BougeRV 12-volt refrigerator CR Pro 30, 12-quart, 12-volt car fridge. And, of course, it's got a freezer option to it. You don't have to use the freezer option. You can set, because there's 2 zones, and you set zone 1, set zone 2, set them to the same temperature, and it'll at least keep your soda cold. And that's really cool as well. But if you need ice cream cold, it can do that as well. And if this one doesn't work for you, I've actually got a couple different versions of the refrigerator. There's one that has like 3 zones into it. So it'll keep your soda cold, it'll keep your ice cream colder, and it'll even keep something even colder than that, like ice. So lots of different options right there from BougeRV. If you go to their BougeRV store, you'll see all the cool stuff. And I'm hoping to get this in shop very soon. Let's see if I can find it really quick. There is a portable AC, not just a fan, but an AC. So it's got an element in there that keeps it cool. I know it's on this list. Oh, I'm on the... I don't think it's on deals. These are the ones on deal right now. And let's see, solar power is somewhere in here. Maybe outdoor appliances. There it is right there. Look at that thing. So what that is a cooling area. Let's go there. There we go. Portable air conditioner, 3,500 BTU, tent air conditioner. An air conditioner for your tent. How cool is that? And they got that for $499. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I didn't put this on the list, but definitely something that you want to check out when you're moving right along. So anyway, that does it for me. I think I'm all done. I've got all the products that I was talking about. These are all deals. These are all ready. So the first 5 of them are lightning deals, so you want to get them as quick as possible. But then the rest of them, you can definitely check it out. And, of course, I have videos on all of this over at amazon.com/shop/Geekazine, where you can go and check that all out. Thanks a lot for watching. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Until next time, you guys geek out and take on. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to look up. And we'll, for the next one, we'll take a look at it and go from there. So, all right. Thanks a lot. Geek out. Take care.